Hello everyone, Josh here over at Be Elite. Thanks for tuning in. Going to talk to you today about something a little different to sort of what we have previously in terms of the exercises that we've done and things like that. And what we're going to talk about is mental preparation. Now, it's not something that is touched on very often on sports related videos and exercise videos, but for me personally, and for a lot of people out there, it is a massive part of being successful in sport. And when I say being successful, that's on a game to game or match to match basis. So for myself, whenever I was playing, there would always be a process that I would try and go through, either the night before a game or the day of a game, and even sometimes before training, just to make sure that I am at my best. And it's all really a process of trying to build self-confidence to make sure that you are ready to perform to the best of your ability, basically. So when I look at it, I like to break it down into 3 stages. They all do link together. The first one being self-talk. Now, self-talk is basically a way of realigning the thoughts that go through your head from anything negative and taking it into a positive light. So it's using terms like I can and I will. So for example, I will be the best today, I will win, I will score goals. Basically anything that you want to do in the game or in training or in that match, just talking yourself up and saying that you can do it and you will do it. This helps you to become more positive in terms of what you wish to achieve in that particular match. And that then links together with the next stage, which is reframing. Reframing again is to do with looking at the thoughts that go on in your head. Everyone is every now and again going to have some form of negative thought, or they're going to have had a negative experience in the past that is going to affect how you think. So for example, for myself, having an injury, when I go back into playing, there's going to be thoughts in the back of my head in terms of, am I going to get a bad tackle again? Am I going to get smashed? Am I going to get injured? Am I going to be as quick as I was? And these are all negative things that will go on in your mind. But the idea of reframing is taking those situations or taking the experience you've had that may have been negative and spinning it into a positive light that can basically help you to overcome that. Rather than seeing that negative as a barrier, it's thinking to yourself, okay, let me reframe that. How can I actually get around that and turn it into a positive? For example, if I look at obviously where I've had an injury, really I need to look at it as a positive and say to myself, okay, I'm back playing now. That injury that I had has happened, it's gone. Since that injury, I've developed myself physically, I'm stronger, I'm fitter, mentally I'm more prepared, so I'm ready to go into this game. So everyone will have different examples of negative things that will have happened in their life, or whether it's in sport or just in general in their life. So it's working out for yourself how you can take that and flip it into a positive. The last one that I just wanted to touch on, which takes both self-talk and reframing and couples it together, is visualization. Now, visualization is where you take the self-talk, saying what you can and what you will do, the reframing where you take these negative experiences and turn them into a positive. The visualization is where you actually see that in your mind. A lot of people will do it as a form of meditation, but literally you just take a bit of time to yourself, doesn't take long, and just see yourself doing all of the things that you're telling yourself you will and can do. And basically it's just seeing yourself as the best version of you in that particular experience. So whether if you've got a match coming up, it's seeing yourself in that match, in that game, being the best you can be, winning, and doing all the things that you need to do to come out on top against your opponent. And for myself personally, I like to look back on maybe where I've had my best game in the past, or sort of where I've had a really good training session or done something really well in a training session, and use that to help with my visualization. So if I've scored a banger in training, then I'm going to think about that before a game, because I'm going to want to do it again. And at the same time as well, you can take a whole match experience. If you've had one of the best games of your life that you can remember, take that and think about that before a game, and think about everything you did well in that game, everything you did to prepare for that game, and then just take it into the next match going forward. These techniques aren't specifically just to football. You can use this in any form of sport, even just for training when you're going to the gym. They are also things that you can take into your day-to-day life. Obviously, I know today we're talking about sport in particular, but there's no reason you can't use these techniques in your day-to-day life as well. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on a little bit about mental preparation today, as it is something that we're going to try in terms of sports psychology. It's something I want to try and cover a bit more as I go forward in the videos that I do, just to show you guys a bit more about what you can do to mentally prepare yourself and build your confidence. I hope the few bits that I've touched on from my experience can help. And again, if there's any questions you've got on what I've done, then leave a comment below. I hope you liked the video, so give it a thumbs up and give it a like, and make sure you subscribe, because there's going to be a lot more content coming. So just make sure you're subscribed and you'll see everything first. Cheers. I will win. I am the best. I can score a hat-trick today. I will win. I will be the best. Do like this. Yes! Come on! Get in! I just scored a hat-trick, if you didn't notice.